So the other day, I was sitting in the parking lot of a Walgreens when I got a text from a friend saying, "Hey, do you want to go on a double date? Specifically, a group date?" And I was like, "Yes, that would be so much fun. I haven't been on a date in a while." Then I had the realization, who am I gonna ask? The only girls I talk to these days are like online on Discord, and you can't really ask them to go ice skating in 3 hours. So I'm feeling a bit screwed sitting in my Walgreens parking lot. I'm about to go on a hike, and I sort of have two options. One, like text somebody from high school that I used to go on dates with and just hope they respond and can go. But two, make a dating profile on a dating app, which is something I've been meaning to do. I've been wanting to go on more dates, but I just haven't because I find the prospect of it kind of weird. I put that thought to the side though because I'm still on a walk or on my hike, and I think, you know what, maybe I can just like find a date while I'm on a hike. You know, how hard could that be? I'm treating it like an adventure. You know, this is gonna be a cool experience, almost like a Yes Theory. If you've ever seen their videos, just like get out of your comfort zone, do something. So I think in my head, okay, if I see somebody that I guess I find attractive or that I think would be fun to go on a date with, I just say, yo, would you want to go ice skating in a couple of hours? You know, be a bit spontaneous. So that's my thought process, right? Things don't go according to plan. It's like a half hour into the hike, and I've literally seen nobody. I might have seen like somebody walking their dog, but that's it. I do see this group of girls up ahead though. I'm like, okay, maybe I muster up the courage, and it feels kind of weird, you know. So maybe I'll muster up the courage. But I approach, and they're like 30 or 40. I'm like, okay, that's not who I want to ask on a date at this moment. So I finished the date, and I know I need to make a dating profile. Otherwise, I'm not gonna be able to go on this date. This is the weirdest thing, making a dating profile though. It is so weird. You gotta take a profile picture, and that is something I struggled with for a while. It's like the main thing that's prevented me from like making a dating profile, because I would like to go on more dates. They're like fun. But I muster up the courage to take some pictures of myself. I want to be different though, and I want to be unique, and I don't want to take like a like a six-pack type photo, you know? Like, I'm confident in myself and my body. But you don't that just feels weird. So my profile, I'm sorry if this is like different than normal. It's kind of fun. It was a wild experience I had. So I turn and take a picture of myself shaving, because I'm just shaving, and I'm like, you know what, this can make a profile picture. You know, I might as well, two birds with one stone. So I make my profile picture me shaving, which in my mind is like, okay, I'm being different. You know, that's a big part of like having like a successful business or YouTube channel. You got to be different than everybody else. Like maybe it's a good strategy. I don't know. Maybe it's weird. Maybe it's just me. Anyways, I have a profile picture of me shaving. I take some other pictures, like a body shot of just like me smiling, waving at the camera. I try to just make them look natural, I guess. I actually had a lot of fun with it, thinking about like once I got over the weirdness of it all, I was like, okay, what like makes a good profile picture? Like what makes it like normal? Also, I almost died there in the speedrun. If you didn't notice already, this is like a voiceover. I've been doing a lot of speedrunning. Here I am though. I have this dating profile, and I think that's the hardest part, is like getting over that awkwardness. No, that is not even half of the story. You have to judge people, like openly. This is the hardest part of a dating app for me, is like swiping left or right on somebody, just like looking at them and being like yes or no. Maybe it's just me, but I don't like openly like just like saying to myself like I'm judging this person, like they're not who I want to date. You like do that intuitively, like when you see somebody or you talk with somebody, but to actually like put it on paper and like swipe on somebody, it's just weird. So I didn't stand, I sat in my chair staring at the first profile for 10 minutes, deciding if I wanted to swipe left or right. After that, it got slightly easier, but I knew I was gonna have to swipe a lot because with these dating apps, like if you swipe right on it, it means you like them and you want to go on a date with them. But they also have to swipe right on you. So the odds of like getting a match, I guess is what they call it, is like kind of low. So I swipe for like the next hour or something. I get a little bit faster at it, get a little bit more comfortable with it. But I got one match. And bad thing with these apps though is the girl has to text first, which like normally I don't like making the first move, you know, but it's kind of bad. The date is happening in like 2 hours now or something, and I still have no leads, which is not what you want. The girl though that I matched with, she ends up saying like hey to me. Like I matched with one person, and she just says like hey. I'm like, oh wow, that's a great start to a conversation. 3 letters. So I send a message back. I'm like, hey, like nice to meet you. What are you up to? I guess. But she doesn't respond back. And I've done some more swiping. I think I've gotten some people to like my profile, but I haven't liked theirs as well. You can't see who you like, so maybe I missed some opportunities, but I don't know. Maybe I'm being like picky, but I want to swipe right on people, not just because like I would find them attractive, but because like I actually want to like talk with them. That's a big thing for me that was going through my head. A quote I heard from, funny enough, you guys know the movie Avatar. I was watching a commentary about the movie Avatar and like why it's a good film or why it's not a good film. And the commentator, one of the biggest things he said is the 2 main characters, like their relationship, it's like not very good. The only reason that they like are in a relationship is because they're like both young and good looking. Like that's what he says. Like if you were to imagine the main characters of Avatar, this like the like military dude who becomes the blue person, and then the native. It's just basically Romeo and Juliet. But if you were to imagine them in a room together, what would they talk about? And I was like, that's a really good point. So I really tried to only swipe right on people. Like first, you gotta like pass the attractiveness test, I guess is the way to put it. But second, like, do they like similar things that I do? Do they share similar values? Like, if we were to sit in a car and like we're driving to the ice rink, what would we actually talk about? So I tried to keep that in mind. But I don't have any luck. Maybe because of all my restrictions or something. And so I only have an hour left. And I'm like, all right, we gotta kick it in the high gear, otherwise this isn't gonna happen. I'm gonna have to tell my friends, sorry, I just can't get a date. What I end up doing is thinking, I'll just text some people that I went on dates with in high school. Right? I have a couple in mind that I could just send a random text out of the blue. Hopefully they say yes. But the problem is I don't want to just like send out six messages or something to hope I get a response. Like you just ask one person. You know, so I send a text to this girl who I went on a couple dates with in high school. We might have gone to a dance together as well. I'm thinking, you know, there's probably no shot. I don't even know if she's like still in the area. I think she started going down to school in the South, but it's Christmas break, so she could be home. You know, 2 minutes later, I get a response back. She's good to go, and like I have a date now. So I send my friend the text, and there I am. I'm off to go pick her up already. It's time to go ice skating. I didn't know where she lived, so I had her send me her address. And then I look at my phone battery. As I'm looking at the address, I'm at like 2%. So if I don't make it in time, I don't know where she lives. I'm going to have to drive all the way back home, which takes like another 10 minutes, charge my phone, send everybody a text saying like, sorry, I'm going to be late. So all I'm doing is staring at my phone, like not while I'm driving, like at a red light or like I pull over to the side, and I'm like, okay, I gotta memorize this map, where exactly the house is. Thankfully, I make it to her house. without my phone dying. And I go up to the door, I knock on it. She answers. I think her mom was there too. I say hi, and we get in the car, and we're off to the ice rink. Now, at this point, this is like the true test of if you're on a good date. Like, how does the conversation hold? We're sitting in the car, though. No, like, awkward silences. We just chat about life, what we've been up to, school, work, and it's really good. We make it to the ice rink with like, I think there were 3 other like couples. I don't know how other people go on dates, but since it's a group date, you don't necessarily like have to be dating that person there, but you can. Like, one of my friends is now engaged, actually, who was on that date. Another, it was like a blind date. There was 8 of us in total, and it was really fun. We skated for probably an hour or two. Me and were like the last of our group to be on the ice, and we're like, okay, we should probably hop off. Everybody's kind of sitting on the side. We don't want to be the only ones skating and holding everybody up. Afterwards, though, we do go and play some board games, and before you know it, it's 12 o'clock at night. We're having a blast. It's been so nice to get out and hang out with people and do things that aren't Minecraft speedrunning. That's pretty much it. I kind of want to keep talking because you're watching this speedrun, and it'd be a shame if I just ended the video at 10 minutes. This is a really good pace, by the way. This isn't my current personal best in speedrunning, but we're out of the nether at 10 minutes. Also, let me know what you think of this commentary video. It's like the first not like in-game recording I've done. I'm just like watching myself, it's kind of cool. It allows me to focus on the story a little bit more. And there are more RecRap 2 dating experiences that I can talk about. I'll obviously like bleep people's names that aren't mine, but nothing crazy. I went on a couple days in high school. I'm just rambling now. I've been out of the content like grind for a while. I've been taking a break, as you can probably tell if you look at my main channel. It's been like over a month since I posted, for a couple reasons. One, I'm addicted to speedrunning, or I should say. That is another story. That's gonna be actually my next video, but I've spent so much time speedrunning, and it's been very nice. I've taken a break from like hardcore editing, partly because over the past 6 months, I've really struggled with my motivation for YouTube. When I hit 1 million subscribers, and this feels weird to say because like it's a unique position to be in, and I don't want to make. Anyways, it just felt like I beat the YouTube game too early, because a lot of the joy with YouTube is like learning how to do well and learning how to play the YouTube game well, like learning how to get people to watch your videos and to make good videos. But by most metrics, I'd kind of made it, and it made me just question everything. Like, why am I doing YouTube, and like, how am I gonna do YouTube? I'm still in a little bit of that spot, and I can talk more about it, but that just made me not post as much. I do have a lot of stuff in the works though that I'm pretty pumped about. I don't want to say like exactly what that is though, because I think it's always kind of lame if you like promise something and then you change your mind and don't go through with it. We are gonna beat the game here though. I do have this thing in the top left. Sorry, it's kind of like interfering with the screen. This is basically a trigonometry calculator. It's legal, by the way, totally legal to use. Everything I do in this run is like official by speedrun.com. All it does is make it so that you can find the stronghold by like looking at exactly where the eyes are pointing. You can technically do it like with a pencil and paper and a calculator. I've actually done that before, which is why I feel legit like fine using this. Some people, they don't like using the calculator, but I have done the trigonometry, okay? I did not think my math skills from school would come in handy, but I used it to find where the stronghold is, and so that's why that's there, if you're curious. It was 600 block away blind, and we're perching now. Hype, dude. I wonder how many beds I'm gonna use to kill the dragon. Actually, 4 is like really good. No shot. Okay, we do 5. We do 5. Or 1 and a TNT. Oh my gosh, this is getting really close. I barely beat the dragon. Okay. Very hyped. That's it. I hope you enjoyed the little checkup. Maybe I'll make some more commentary videos. But that's it. I hope you have like a super fantastic, epic day. Hope you enjoyed listening to me talk about dating. And yeah, peace out.